in Landover. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They go play action with Howell. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Eluding the pressure right. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket, because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Eagle defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape what's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game, because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. Right back to Cook for another completion. So he stopped for no gain. 3rd and 7 now. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
With the lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a pass.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Howell to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Howell. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jahan Dotson, 38 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. Their first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
In motion, the tight end. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Hassan Reddick, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 65 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And Howe will throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 35. Eagles 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. Now the try here for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to fix the score, Commanders 42, Eagles 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Howell down to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this out past the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Play action. Here's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to fix the score, Commanders 49, Eagles 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big.
And now here is another interception.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score, Commanders 56, Eagles 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On first down, Hurts. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. But that one is going to stick. Play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
Now throwing on first down here. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year.
And the Commanders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Commanders 63, Eagles 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to the score, Commanders 70, Eagles 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to score, Commanders 77, Eagles 14.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Quan Martin.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.